What's up, soul family? I am back. I have another video for you today. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Chels. I am a reality architect, an interdimensional channel, a psychic medium, a cosmic teacher, and a galactic ambassador. And usually my videos are channeled messages from interdimensional beings with whom I am connected. I call them my spirit family. Today is a little bit different. I have some announcements, which is where I'm going to start. And then I have a couple of things that my guides have been urging me to remind you of, just as helpful little tidbits, reminders, information as we move through some of this uncomfortable energy that we're experiencing right now. So let's start with the announcements. Okay. So for those of you who have been watching my content for a while, or who just heard my welcome, my intro, I am a reality architect, and I haven't really talked about this a lot online, and mostly it's because I discovered this practice within the past couple of years. And in doing so, I learned of a practice that I have been observing for many past lifetimes. And I've had a lot of remembrance of how these practices pertain to different universal laws, how you can use these practices to essentially very rapidly shift and change your physical reality experience. I call this practice reality architecture, okay? Being a reality architect. It's very, very similar to what we here on Earth call witchcraft, okay? Magic. On other planets throughout the universe, it is a technology, okay? Their technology has advanced to the point that it is purely energetic. It is not, it's not physical. It's not numbers and code wrapped in a machine. It is energetic work that is used with focused intention to shift and create a new reality experience, either for yourself personally or collectively. And I call this practice quantum weaving. So the practitioner is the reality architect. The medium through which they do this work is called quantum weaving. And I am going to be creating classes teaching you guys how to become a reality architect and how to learn quantum weaving. This is something that I felt very called to do for a while, and my guides really kicked me into gear over eclipse season, and especially over the past few weeks since coming out of eclipse season. And I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this. I've had several people ask me, what is a reality architect? What do they do? How can I become one? This is for you. It's going to be 5 to 6 modules of information. Here's my kitty cat. Say hi, Maddie. She stopped and looked at the camera. It's going to be 5 to 6 modules of different types of information, all the way from how to begin your practice to what quantum weaving is and how to create that quantum weaving practice for yourself. I'm really excited about this. I'm hoping to have this released by the end of the year, so be on the lookout for this. With this shift, I am going to be shifting away from taking on one-on-one clients, and that is going to start at the end of the year. I'm going to be focused majorly on teaching. So if you have really been debating on whether or not you want to get a one-on-one session with me, whether that's my general session, which is essentially just a catch-all, or a timeline shift, now is the time to get that through the end of the year. After that, I'm primarily going to be focused, like I said, on teaching these classes. I'm going to be offering hopefully some workshops on places like Zoom and Discord. I am going to be doing live Q&A sessions and hopefully even bringing in some people to collaborate with during those Q&A sessions. So all of this is going to be coming from me in the near future. Please be on the lookout for it. I'm still going to be posting channeled messages and different types of content to YouTube. I will post some channeled messages here, but you guys know I've talked about this in the past. My primary focus feels like I am meant to be over on YouTube. And it's interesting because this information came through for me towards the beginning of this year. And now we're seeing this whole thing with O Company essentially taking charge of the algorithm for TikTok and that shifting. So I feel really called to move over to YouTube for that to be my primary source. So if you're not following me there, please go subscribe to my channel. I am very much trying to build up that channel. Okay, so let's talk about the other things that I was going to discuss. So number one, right now we are moving through a period of beginning to feel the effects of the energetic shock waves that are being sent to us by 3i Atlas, okay? This is not something that I have talked an awful lot about on my channel, but my friend Tegan Gates, her name on TikTok is Tay with two little fairies on either side, has channeled copious amounts of messages about this specific topic from her guides. I highly suggest going to check her out. She's wonderful. And I don't just say that because she's my friend. I followed her and listened to her content before that. She is a truly, truly gifted channeler. So go check that out if you want more information specifically about what 3i Atlas is and the purpose for why it is coming here. But right now we are experiencing some energetic disturbances because of 3i Atlas's presence, which that's what it's meant to do. It's an energy disruptor. And what this is forcing us to do is essentially very, very rapidly, consciously expand. So what is happening is 3i Atlas is creating almost like a cutoff between us and the higher dimensional realms. Now, that does not mean that they're not still guiding us, they're not still helping us, but it's a little bit more difficult for us to ascertain answers from external means. We are meant to be relying very, 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 very heavily upon our own internal intuition, compass, higher self. I've heard of a lot of people experiencing higher self walk-ins during this period. So if you feel like you have all of a sudden shifted into this very high perspective when encountering more difficult situations and experiences or energies, it's possible that this is something that you experienced. It's possible that it's something you're being prepared for. A lot of us are experiencing an immense upgraded connection to that higher self energy so that we can gain guidance for ourself that is coming from ourself, because that's who we're meant to be relying on, is our own oracle that exists within us. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of fear and anxiety and doubt and worry that is popping up during this time. It's sort of a very, very last really big exam before we graduate. Okay. I highly urge you to be incredibly introspective during this time. Okay. Listen to what is coming up within you. Look at those fears and those anxieties and those doubts. Analyze them. Ask yourself, what are you being called to release, to heal, to pay attention to at this time? And ask for help. Just because you're supposed to be doing this work internally, listening to your own internal compass, doesn't mean that you can't ask for help. especially from people who do a lot of energy work and can help you move through some of that releasing. That is going to be paramount. Community is paramount during this time. But don't let other people make decisions for you. Don't solely rely on what other people are telling you is happening. You need to be stepping into your own personal authority, your own autonomy at this time. That is what this whole period is for. Don't give in to the fear. Okay? That is another huge point that I want to make with this. Don't give in to the fear. If you feel the fear start rising up, there are several different ways that you can deal with this. I know for me personally, going outside, walking around, grounding in, really intentionally connecting with Mother Gaia, asking her to help release some of that fear energy and transmute it for you, help you to transmute it. Okay, community, again. Also, dancing really helps me as well, or just shaking it out. Whatever way that you have, or if you would like to explore ways of dealing with fear. But don't give in to the fear. Don't let the fear keep you from doing that thing that you know you need to do, that you know you want to do. Okay? I love you guys so much. I'm going to continue trying to release some more information as we move through these periods with this 3i Atlas disruption. It's gonna last for a little while, but it is going to lead to an immense, very rapid amount of conscious evolution, not just on a personal level, but on a collective level as well. Shit's really about to hit the fan. We're about to move from quiet, peaceful protest to more than that. Okay. Yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you're making it through this okay. Don't forget to self-care. I highly, highly urge you to begin creating a meditation practice in some form or fashion. And don't give me the excuse of, oh, I have ADHD, I have ADD, I can't meditate, I can't focus on something for that long. Bitch, I was diagnosed with ADD when I was 6 years old. I was on Adderall for the majority of my childhood. If I can do it, you can do it. You got this. I believe in you. All right. You guys know the drill. You are so incredibly beautiful. You are deeply and irrevocably loved. You are pure fucking magic. And you are absolutely never, ever alone. I love you so much. Mwah.